Hi, everybody. I'm Heather Aston, and this is my channel, TT's Trinkets and Treasures. Welcome. If this is your first time, I hope that you enjoy it and will think about subscribing and leaving a comment and becoming part of my community. Just want to mention real quick, I am growing. I still do things with Campbell Creations, but this is my own personal channel. So I'm growing it. So I'm getting ready to do a huge giveaway. I when I hit 250 members, one person is going to win 250 beads. When I hit 500 members, someone is going to win 500 beads. And when I hit 1,000, one person will win 1,000 beads. Sorry, and 10 others will win 100 free beads as a way to thank you for supporting me and allowing me to be part of your life. So today we're going to work on a bracelet that is the rest of the set. Excuse me. I had planned on wearing to my niece's quinceanera last night, but as I am a procrastinator, I waited until the last minute and then ran out of time. Didn't get to record the first two parts and didn't even get to wear the bracelet. So tonight we're going to finish it off. I'm going to make the bracelet with all of you guys. I'll show you the earrings and the necklace, go over how I designed it, why I chose the things I did, and then we will move on to making the bracelet. So let's take you down so you can see my bead mat. And here is the necklace. And I made it using these gorgeous black lip shell carved flower beads, which will be one of the items in my next live sale from Bernie's. And they will be in set and strand options. They are a little bit pricier. If you've ever bought a black lip shell, sorry, there was something on my glasses. You know that they don't come cheap. So I thought that it would be good to break them down into sets as well so that you could do something like I'm doing tonight, which is make a beautiful pair of earrings, a necklace, and then the bracelet that we're going to make tonight. Now, the other stones and beads that I decided to use, I'm going to zoom in so you can see really much better than they are now. Or I will use this beautiful plate that my friend Brandy Michelle from Brandy Michelle's Designs purchased for me for exactly this purpose. Sorry, the earrings got caught. So I use Silver Sheen Obsidian as a more economical choice rather than buying the black lip shell beads, which are extremely expensive. And then in the middle, right here, I went from 1.5 to 2, 2.5 to 3 on either sides of the focal bead. And then I just did 1.5 to 2 the rest of the way around the necklace until I got to the back. And due to my physical disabilities, I do better when I have chain across the back of my neck than beads themselves. Having the beads are sometimes hard for me. So I finished it off with this gorgeous silver plated Rolo chain. And you guys have seen these hook and eye clasp that I love, as they provide a little bit of a extender within themselves. So you can see they lay completely flat regardless of which loop you use on your necklace. And I'm going to be using the same type of clasp on my bracelet. And then these are the earrings. And originally they were supposed to have 2 of the black and silver. So I may go back and add a third at a later date and time. But like I said, ran out of time. So there's only one. I most likely will fix it because I want the longer art option. And then I just used my quick and easy 5-second earring hook that I do using ball head pins as an alternative to store-bought or mass-produced ones. So tonight we are going to use more of the Silver Sheen Obsidian and another one of the flowers. This time around, though, I think in between the black beads, I'm going to put a, sorry, I just lost my train of thought. I think I'm going to go from a 2 to a 3 to give a little bit more definition between the two different sizes. I think that will look nicer on the bracelet, but right at the start here, I'm going to do 2, 2.5, and 3 on either side if I decide that looks well once I pull it up. So first things first, I need to get a crimp tube. I will need 2 of these. So let's go ahead and pull these out. These are Beetle On 2x2 crimp beads. This is oh my goodness, Beetle On wire. But now that I'm thinking about it, is this thick enough for me? I gotta figure that out. Hold on just one second. Let me see. When I grab this, it will tell me. Right. I think that it will be okay. We're just gonna roll with it. And I need my magical crimper, and I'm going to start by putting on one of our crimp tubes. And then I'm going to put the end to the clasp on. I'm going to go back through my crimp tube, pull it down, get my magical crimper in place, centered, and do my first squish. And then I'm going to turn it and I'm going to squish again. And I'm going to turn it and I'm going to keep squishing until I stop feeling resistance as I go around in a circle. Mine is looking a little bit mangled, but I do know that if I just keep going around and around, it does eventually get smooth. There we go. Okay, so I probably should have crimped it off. That's all right. We'll start with this. Okay, so we're going to start with the silver sheen obsidian, and hopefully I can get that over. Yeah, I could get over both strands. And then, like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to do 2mm to 3mm back to 2mm in between each bead, but let's see how that looks real quick. I just figured that I want a little bit more differential for when it's on my wrist so that it stands out a little more, whereas on my necklace, that's not the look that I was going for. So let me put this other 2mm back on and I will show you what I mean. See how that's more, oops, sorry. You can see the difference in the sizes if my camera will focus. There you go. Then you can on the necklace. And if I end up really liking it like this better, I have been known to. Oh, actually, I don't know. Is that too much space in between? Let me try 1.5 and 2.5 and see how I like that. But I'm trying to keep these separated. This is the 2. Let's see. I'm going to keep these in their own little piles. Let me, like I said, let me see about 1.5 and 2.5 and see if I like that better. I just don't want quite that much space in between. I don't know why the silver sheen came off, but that's okay. We'll put it back in. I love silver sheen obsidian. I love when you turn it and the light catches and you get like that glint or that glow. I just love it. Okay, so we're going to start with the 1.5. Pick one up. Then a 2.5. Back down to a 1.5mm. Oops. And then I'm going to put on another one of my silver sheen obsidians. I don't know, guys. I might just want one. There's way too much stuff on my bead mat. Let me zoom in so you guys can get closer. Oh, I guess that is. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go with the 2.5 and leave the other side alone. So let me clean these up real quick so they don't get mixed up, because like I said, these are literally have a 0.5 millimeter size between one and the next. So I just want to make sure that I have the right thing. Okay, now I just need to decide, do I want a 2 or a 2.5 in between them? Yeah, see, I like that a lot better. I like it better with just the one. I think my flower, I like it better with just the one. So, okay, so that's what we're going to do. I'm pretty sure that these are these the twos? Right? Am I using the twos or the 2.5s? I think I want the twos. Okay. So then the 2.5s can be put away. Seems they're trying to put themselves away. Put away the 3s. And get back to using the 2 millimeters. I'm not going to need that many, but you know. Okay, 2 millimeter spacer, another silver sheen, a number 2, another silver sheen obsidian, so I would love to know in the comments what you think about splitting up the strands of a more expensive bead like these ones. I would love to know your thoughts on it. Right now, Bernie and I have differing opinions about it. He thinks that no, people will just want the big strand option, but I know that there have been times when there's been an expensive strand of beads that I really wanted, and I simply cannot afford to have the full sorry, I'm saying a lot. I can't afford the full strand, but I still want it. And it's something that I've appreciated from other people who do live sales, like Randy on Thunder Horse Descendants or Sam from Sam's Bead Shop. They both do that and do a great job. And so I've always appreciated that. So let me see, where am I at? Nope, go further. At least one more. Also, I am currently trying out a new tool caddy. It's in front of my bead mat right here, and I'm going to try it out for about a week, and then I will give you guys my honest review of it. And then you guys, if you guys decide you want to try it, you can. Oh, you only need 2 of these. Okay, so because I have the 2 millimeter right there, I'm just going to go to a 3 millimeter, unless it runs away from me. I'm going to use just a 3 millimeter, and then I'm going to put the flower on. And then I'm going to do the 3 millimeter, back to the 2 millimeter, and finish off with the silver sheen obsidian the way I did the other side. So you can see this is a quick and easy project, but I wanted to give an example of how that would work. And on my live tonight, April 13th, I'm going to be showing you guys a couple of the options that I'm doing for to make things easier for people to purchase them. Like I will be putting together a focal and then a smaller option of the same stone or shape or whatever else. And I will be doing the pendant and earring pairs. And I'm excited to hear what you guys all think of that. And I hope that you guys will react to it the same way that I think you will, but we never know. And then this week, instead of having a Wednesday night live where I do a tutorial, we're going to do the live sale on Wednesday night. So I may check in with all of you guys at like from 6 to 6:30 while there are still customers within the store so that they can get everything closed up, and then we will have full access to the shop. I thought about pre-recording the sale and doing a live premiere, but again, Bernie and I have differing opinions about that, and his is that if we do it that way and somebody wants something specific, we can't bring it to them, and therefore there's a whole week gap or lapse of time where you guys would be able to get it elsewhere, which I appreciate and understand. I'm just going to count these real quick. 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yep. And I think with the class, let me double check real quick. This should be plenty long enough because I'm still going to have the hook. This one, I might need to put one more on the other side, you guys. I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and pause, restring it, and come back to you guys. Okay? Thanks. Okay, I'm back. I restrung it, but with 9 on either side, and that's going to end up being the perfect length for me. So now we're just going to crimp the other side, and it seems that I did something with my crimp. I don't know if I knocked it off or what, but I will just get another one out for time's sake. And because the other side of this can be opened, the other side of my clasp, just for time and sanity's sake, I'm just going to go ahead and do the loop without the hook on it, because I have in the past had problems getting things onto my okay. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and think at the same time. I've had trouble getting my with not crimping the hook part while I have it on. So I've gone ahead and put it on there, gone back through a bead, made sure everything has movement but isn't so loose that it's going to cause other issues or it will buckle. And then I'm just trying to make sure that this last little silver spacer ball isn't so close, and I just pulled the crimp completely off my wire. I should have just used the glam gel. It makes recording so much easier, but I prefer the look of it this way. So we're going to try that again. Hold on, I'm going to get some of the stuff off my mat. I think I might have a smudge on my camera lens, and that's why it's having problems focusing, which I will fix before the live tonight. Okay, just trying to get my cord down and through that one bead. I'm going to grab that right there and find the little tail. I'm going to pull it down. And like I said, I want enough of a loop that it won't be tight. But I also don't want to catch the spacer ball in my magical crimper. So I'm trying to, there we go. Do my first squish. Turn it around. Do the second. Make sure I have it centered so I don't get the weird thing on top. What just happened? Oh, you guys, you're not going to believe what just happened. My magical crimper, for some reason, my loop slipped. I'm going to try to open that just enough that I can get my loop back, hopefully, so that I can get it on the hook end of my clasp. I think I got it. I think I opened it just enough. Thankfully, I was only on like the second crimp, and I am using a fine wire. And slowly but surely, I'm getting the loop back to the size it needs to be. There we go. Okay, finish my crimping. There and there. I've never had that happen before, but I'm sure all I did was like grab onto it and the wrong way and just kept going. Okay, now we're going to cut off our excess right here. So more about this new tool caddy that I purchased and I'm going to use is I'm hoping that I will get better about putting my tools away when I'm done using them, rather than them all accumulating either on my bead mat or on my desk next to it, because that's what happens right now. That is what I end up doing every single time, is they get stacked up either on my bead mat itself or right next to it. And then before I start a recording, or I go in and try to I pick up all of my tools, put them back up, and by the end of the video, I have them all over my mat again. And so I'm really hoping that this new thing will work. Only problem is that my casual comfort pliers set don't really fit in it the best, which I don't use those as often as I used to. I found that I like the smaller barrel of the Beadsmith round nose pliers and whatnot. And so I just find that to be a better fit for me. I need to get Beadsmith has their own version of these, and I actually like them better than these Xuron ones because they seem to have a better grip. As you saw when I was trying to recover my loop with the Xuron crimpers, they slip a lot, which can be aggravating. So now I'm going to grab my bracelet mandrel and make sure I got set the right size, which I did, right between 6.5 and 6 3/4, which works perfect for my wrist. So now show you the whole set again so you can see it. And I know I'm not the only procrastinator within this group, so I'm sure you all appreciate that we all kind of do that. But there we go. Now I have the full set for of the black lip shell carved flowers, and the rest with the silver sheen obsidian and silver plated spacer beads. So I hope that you will enjoy this set, and I will see you later tonight. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.